And here's the Glacier Express train we're going to take here from St. Moritz to Zermatt. It's May 12th and it's snowing. It was nice and sunny earlier when we first woke up. We're definitely getting a good solid snowstorm now. Right at your seat, there's copies of this Window to the Swiss Alps guide for the Glacier Express. And inside there is a complete map of the route, starting here in St. Moritz, and all the way back to Kerr, and all the way down here to Zermatt, where we're going to finish up, stay a couple days. We are sitting in first class, which is a 2-1 configuration. Second class, cheaper, is a 2-2 configuration, so not quite as roomy seats. Price difference was considerable though. We do have the Swiss half fare cards, so that saved us a bunch of money on this trip. So you do need to buy the tickets and reserve your seats months in advance, though. Especially in high seasons, can sell out quickly. There's Cindy enjoying the scenery. This is her bucket list trip. This train has nice big panoramic windows going up and over, so you can really see up the mountains up there. Here shortly, just after we go past Preda.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're going to go through the, I forgot the name already, Abule Tunnel. Nearly 6 kilometers long, second highest tunnel in the Alps. You see that here, where all the squiggly red lines are. Preda. Then go through Abule Tunnel and a lot of switchbacks through other tunnels, going around in circles, switchbacks. As we go down in altitude on the other side of these mountains. And so we just bought our menu for our lunch here. We did pre-order lunch for us. Take a look at that in a little bit. We had to pull over on the siding so another train could pass. It was a good time to view all this beautiful scenery. Down there, you might see it between the trees here and there. The rail line that we'll get to after going through a couple of these tunnels. Go around in circles, going down and around to lower us in altitude. This tunnel, see on the other side there, more of a avalanche shelter. Actual tunnel. There's some of their recorded commentary along the route. So we're going to go down to that track down there, to this next tunnel up here that goes around in a circle to get us down there. And here's where we saw from up above before we went through that circular tunnel. Turkey Burgoon, there's a museum all about building the rail line. It's right here next to the train station. That's what I think it is, what we saw yesterday. So there's a simulator to Be like driving your own train. There are screens at the end of the car. It shows you where we are on the route, where the next scheduled stop is, what time, and other changing information. And I think this is the museum that they were talking about. Construction. Of course, there's another train here blocking the view of it. Back over there about the construction of the railway. Here's we're going. I've already come down in altitude quite a bit. So as you can see, there's no snow down here. It's still up higher elevations. Still have a lot of twists and turns and switchbacks to do. All right, going through the tunnel. Gonna come out on the viaduct. Big famous viaduct. Goes into the tunnel. Of course, we're going the wrong way to go in, so we're coming out of the tunnel and looking back. We're on the viaduct.
So now you're already on the viaduct. Go to the left-hand side and look out of the window.
There we are coming out.
And behind the angle of the lamp was the viaduct. At the end, I think you have a spot where you can get a direct picture of the lamp too.
Can you see it?
Okay, I can see.
Alright, their narration said this region had some of the most castles back when it was ruled by lords, barons, and whatnot. And they pretty much kicked them all out because they were all evil bastards. Here's another one. Story about the last lord, despised by the people. Breaking point was when he went down trying to get a pretty girl from town and took him back out. That's when they revolted and kicked him out. But instead of letting them kill him, he got on his horse and tried to jump over a big, real deep gorge and went down, never to be seen again. There's another one. It's all right here, just less than 5 minutes span of time. Different rivers converge together in this area to form the Rhine, going all the way down to the Atlantic. Major thoroughfare for cargo and traffic throughout Europe. So in this area, the first time the dukes and barons got together to form a great confederation, beginnings of the Swiss government today, unification of all the different cantons. Getting served our lunch.
Good enough.
Thank you. Cindy, does it taste good? Whoop, there's your face. There's a selection of souvenirs you can buy on board if you're so interested. Nothing that I feel I can live without. So on the back of the map in the little brochure they give us, there's a chart here showing you the different altitudes along the route. Starting at St. Moritz at 1,775 meters, down to Kerr only at 585 meters. We just left Decentis, heading up to, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, at 2,033 meters before coming back down to 670 and on to Zermatt at 1,604 meters. Beautiful scenery here in the Centus. We're still going up. We're soon going to be back up above the frost line, where the snow is still sticking to all those trees. Won't be long. I'm guessing we must be about halfway. That looks like Glacier Express going the opposite direction from Zermatt to St. Moritz. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for an oncoming train, but we will continue shortly. Thank you for your understanding.
Well, while we wait for this other train to come by, take a look at the tracks there. It definitely has the cogs in it. So, yep, I was right. Definitely knew what I was hearing. Oh, that's bright. Definitely up in the snow here. Avalanche shelters here that we're going to go through, and all the fencing along the hill there help control the descent of avalanches. It's like a lake here that's starting to thaw. Right along the tracks, going through the avalanche tunnel here, there's an actual roadway too. So, taking advantage of the flat area carved for the trains to build a road. And we're back out in the bright sun again. It's one thing to see these snow-capped mountains from a distance. Quite another to actually be up in it. That's totally awesome.
Dear passengers, in a few moments, we are going to get a small surprise. We are going to Majestic, where we will go do a photo stop. There you can find the most beautiful view on a game stock or on the Zermatt Valley, and you can also enjoy the fresh snow. Please take some warm jackets, and very important, 1444, everybody please be back in a train. Thank you very much.
We're all the way up in the Alps, way up above the tree line where there's lots of snow still. And it's wonderful, riding the Glacier Express. Look at all this. So yeah, we were coming down the tracks from up through the valley there. Highest point. I believe we've already passed it. You can see the road, the way it has to switch back, forth, just like you see in the old Bond movies, making those chases all the way up and down the mountains. What you think, Cindy Sue? It is something else, definitely. Something else. Trying to give reference to how steep we're going right now. We were just right there maybe 2 minutes ago. We've already come down. You can see the front of the train there, how steep it's going down. The automatic narration is saying that the new Burka tunnel eliminated the need to take the more dangerous avalanche-prone route around the edge of the mountain. It was really only open 4 months out of the year, but gave the name to the train that you could actually see the Rhine Glacier. Now in the summertime, there's some steam trains that make that passage round. That'd be a fun one to do. For any train enthusiast, put that on your list. So we're about 20 minutes away from Rig and stopped. They just came over PA system. They did a technical fault with the railway system. Unable to proceed at this time. They'll let us more as the situation develops. Hopefully it's just a minor issue. They'll continue on shortly. We'll find out. Hopefully we don't have to finish this off by bus. And we're starting to move now. So hopefully it's good news. And after that long tunnel to get us through to the other side, we're down now just about to Brig, almost the lowest point on the route. Her Brig is 670 meters rather. Looks like it dips down a little bit farther before it starts going back up. You're watching the altitude indicator on the screen in front of us. Give you an idea how fast we're descending into the valley. Alright, we're in the steepest part of the railway. Said in 1 kilometer it climbs over 1,000 meters in height. That's watch the altitude meter screen. Trying to focus it on Cindy's hair. Everything on the table keeps trying to slide off towards me. It's a steep angle, we're going up. Another thing the narrator said, the local legend on how the Matterhorn was created. This guy was taking a walk, his walking stick got stuck, and the tip of it became the Matterhorn. Sorry about the horrible reflections in the window. It's real pretty. Waterfalls right here beside the train. While we wait for the oncoming train, let's just enjoy the water. The town of St. Nicholas. Oh, dear old Santa Claus gets around. So the cogwheel gears just re-engaged for this final ascent from St. Nicholas up into Zermatt. I don't know if the microphone's picking up the rumble from them or not. Hopefully it does. A hole in the cliff with a little waterfall coming out of it. Well, Cindy Sue, what do you think? Has this been a fun ride all day long?
It's been a fun ride.
But it's been a long ride.
It's been a long ride. My legs are gonna give me a hard time. But
It's been fun, but it's been long.
one in a lifetime.
Yes, once in a lifetime trip.
And it's gonna be stressful, but it's worth it. A lot of fun to make it fun. If you just get too tired, then give up.
to me, if we can do it, anybody can do it.
Exactly.
We're not going out on the hiking trails. We're not doing anything strenuous. We're not going to go up to Glacier Paradise, which is too high in altitude for us. We'll get altitude sickness there. I know we will. But we are going to try and get to Gunnergrat tomorrow if the weather's nice. It's not as high, so we should not have any problems there. Try and get some good videos at Zermatt and Matterhorn up from Gunnergrat tomorrow. So that's a preview of what we're going to try and do. Anyone who wants to drive to Zermatt, they do not allow cars in the town. So you have to park your car outside of town somewhere, tulips or something like that, and then catch a train in, and then do a day trip or stay overnight. They do have big parking lots there at the train station for people to park to take the train in. And pulling in the station here in Zermatt. Our hotel should be just down the way a little bit, not too far away. And it looks like everything's all indoors, undercover, so not a whole lot of great video to do here. As I mentioned earlier, no cars are allowed in town. Fortunately, our hotel offered to pick us up in one of their little electric vehicles. And I think the little black-faced sheep on here is so cute. So this is how we're getting to our hotel, which when I booked it should be close enough for an easy walk anyway, though. And there's the Matterhorn. Right over there is our hotel. Alright, Hotel Alpenhof. Here's front entrance, a couple big pots marking the door. Two little minor tripping hazards if you're not careful. Ski room right on the left. Here's your registration, Julian, black-faced sheep. Got a restaurant over here. We'll check out the menu in a bit. Sure, every place is going to be expensive. And they have a bar over here. The elevators. Nice seating area. Beautiful place. Alright, we're here at the Hotel Alpenhof. Got one of their newly upgraded rooms. Really dark in there, but there's a little coat hanger. I have a backpack for us to use while we're here. Let's put the boots. Nice bag. Got closets right here on the right. Safe robes. Plenty of closet space. Just here on the left as you come in. Dual sinks. Out looking through into the sleeping area. Towel warmers. And in here too. The shower. Gotta find where the commode is. Is there no commode in here? Oh, commode's behind the door. Picture Julian, black-faced sheep. So, commode's behind the front door here. Sleeping area. Separate blankets. Noticed that last night. That's a little odd for us, but we'll get used to it. Said you control the AC through the television. Glad they told us because I never would have figured that out. Then we have this. How do we open up the curtains? Oh. Balcony here, trip hazard, couple seats, overlooking the stream that comes through the middle of town with the glacier runoff, looking up over the city. Some really beautiful wooden details here. Looks like a nice, beautiful, comfortable room to stay in here. in Zermatt.